guys, it's Manager Kylie, and in today's video I'm going to go through all of the different jobs within a college athletic department, some of the differences between athletic departments at the Division I level, the Division II level, and the Division III level, and the differences between different school sizes and some of the qualifications you need for each job. So going through the different college athletic department jobs, I'm going to go into detail on some of the different jobs, some of the different qualifications you may need or prior experience, some of the different roles and different pieces of the job you may want to know what you're going to be doing in that job, and then kind of how they report in. College athletic departments are very different depending on both the size of the school and the division of the school. Division I schools do need some different departments than Division III schools. And larger schools have many more people in their athletic department than much smaller schools. So I'm going to go through some of the differences between these different departments and how it may influence what department you would want to work in, and then give you a few tips as a sport management major or even another major, as somebody that's interested in working in college athletics. But if you guys are interested in more sports administration videos just like this, definitely hit the subscribe button, turn the bell so you get notified every time I upload, as I post a new video every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to dive into the details of a college athletic department. So starting at the top of every athletic department is the athletic director. This person generally reports in to somebody either in the executive office of the school or even into the president themselves. The athletic director oversees the entire department, and I do have a separate video about what it's like to be a high school athletic director, and there's many similar roles to a college athletic director, so I will have that video linked in the description and in the iCard if you're interested in being an athletic director. That might just go into some more detail of some of the details of the role, but everybody within the athletic department, or pretty much everybody in the athletic department, reports into that athletic director. Underneath the athletic director, there are usually associate athletic directors, executive athletic directors, deputy athletic directors. They have a bunch of different names depending on what school you're at, and a lot of times it will be like the associate athletic director over marketing or over sales. So I'm going to go through some of the different departments. Many of the tops of these departments are that associate or deputy athletic director role. They just oversee a certain part of the department, and especially in some of the bigger athletic departments, you have some of these sub-athletic directors that oversee each individual department versus all the departments reporting strictly into the main athletic director. So within the business side of athletics, one thing you have is external relations. So this is keeping the image of the school, making sure you're following any sort of compliance issues, and keeping the image with marketing, media, everything like that, as well as with some of your alumni and donors. You also have that compliance, and underneath compliance is some student affairs section, and that does overlap with some of your student areas, less of the business, but you want to make sure that you're following all the NCAA rules and your league rules, depending on your school. You also have a human resources department. They do your hiring for your coaches and your other athletic department staff, deal with payroll, some of those different human resources, any sort of issues that come up with that. You're also going to have a payroll, a finance area as well. They're going to deal with all the finances, especially Division I athletic departments. They have a lot of finances and a lot of expenses. So you have your money coming in from some of your moneymaker sports, but you also have a lot of expenses going out. You might have money coming in from your league or the NCAA. So you have a finance department to deal with all of that. You also have marketing and communication. So dealing with some of your communication, both within the university and outside of the university, working with those external relations people. And then your marketing, what are you marketing to? Your fans, your alumni, your donors, things along that line to get people to come to the game. And then you have your administration overseeing your different teams. You usually have some sort of administration personnel overseeing some of your coaches and things along that lines, as well as mixed into all this is your ticketing and your sales department. This could be for finding sponsorships for your stadium. This could be selling tickets, both packages for if you have suite level, season tickets, daily tickets, depending on your school and the sport. And you're also finding those sponsorships. So that's usually under both ticket sales and then your sales and sponsorship team. More on the athlete side, you do have usually some sort of academic coordinator to make sure that all your students are staying on top of their academics. So whether this has tutors or any sort of academic advisor to make sure that they're staying on top of their academics, they are student athletes, so you want to focus both on academics and athletics. You also have some sort of strength and conditioning team. So these work to make sure that your athletes are staying fit, working on that strength and conditioning outside of their traditional practices of their whatever their sport is. Usually have somebody in operations, making sure that every game schedule is put together. You generally have some sort of equipment manager to keep track of all the team's equipment, as well as some sort of facility manager to make sure for grass fields that they're mowed, and that everything runs smoothly at the different facilities. You're also going to have a sports medicine team, so this may include some sort of physician as well as athletic trainers, just to make sure that your athletes are staying healthy. If there's any injuries or any sort of problems, your athletes are being checked out for those and making sure that everybody stays healthy and is able to play their sport. And then you also have your area where you have all your coaches. So your coaches generally report into, a lot of these report into some sort of other department, but your coaches are generally going to report into some of those administration personnel. So each team may be structured slightly differently. Your coaches generally have some sort of levels. So your basketball coaches, so both for men's and women's basketball, as well as your football coaches, as those are your money-making sports usually in college. They are going to report generally into somebody a little bit higher up. They have a few more extra staff on their roster, as well as making sure that they get all the details they need settled, as they are the sports that are making money for the school. And then you have all your other coaches. A lot of these coaches will also have assistant coaches, as well as grad assistants, grad fellows, things along that lines. So those are going to report into some of your administration within your athletic department as well. They are a piece of your athletic department. A lot of times they're on the front lines. They're the ones working with your athletes on a daily basis. So you want to make sure you hire good coaches and you have coaches that are willing to work. And if you want to work as a coach, you know your sport and are looking to kind of work both with the athletic department and the athletes. And then the other section you have is you generally have student workers. So these are students within the college that are working your athletic games. So whether these could be taking tickets, this could be for basketball games, it might be wiping the floor, running a clock, a scoreboard. You may even have some student workers that are on each team as a team manager, keeping stats for that team. So there are opportunities even as students in college to get involved with your college athletic department. So you can work within your athletic department. Maybe it's announcing the game, filming the game, things along that lines to kind of get your step into the door. I would definitely recommend, if you're looking to work in college athletics, get those internships and jobs within the athletic department at your school while you're getting your degree. That way you have that experience when you're trying to get a job down the line, specifically within the athletic department. You kind of know what industry and what part of the industry you like. If you want a big school, a small school, kind of get that experience while you're in college, and then you have that experience on your resume. For some of the other jobs, you generally need some sort of background. If it's in sales, you probably want a sales background, so you might want to work in some sort of sales industry. And you don't have to have a sports management degree to work in any of these jobs. You may have a marketing degree and want to work in marketing. Sales, you may want to work in sales. Human resources, you might want to get some sort of concentration or degree in that as well. So you don't just have to have a sports management degree to work in college athletics, but there's many different parts in a college athletic department, and you can kind of use all your different skills. But I would definitely recommend trying different departments, especially while you're in college. Do those internships and stuff like that to kind of figure out what you want and what part of the college athletic realm you want to work in. So if you guys have any questions about this video, you want more details on any of the specific roles, definitely let me know in the comments down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you guys next Wednesday.